Namaskar. Welcome to our channel by Gulab Sir for Wisdom Coaching Center. As a part of series of lectures, today's topic is reproduction in human being or human reproduction. We learn reproduction in flowering plant. In the same series that today's topic is reproduction in human being. As you know that it is the duty of every kind or every species to produce their kind to continue their existence on the earth. Therefore, reproduction is a very important living character that has to be to have the continuity of the species of the earth. In the same way that we are evolved to be reproduce our kind and continue to maintain our species existing on the earth. So that second chapter of 12th class is reproduction in human being. As we know that in human being we have male and female reproductive organs as we are unisexual. In hermaphrodite, that bisexual, both the sexes are together like earthworm. So human being is unisexual, and being unisexual, that reproductive organs, male and female reproductive organs, are separately to be understood with their growth, development and functions. In human being, that male and female primary sex organ and sex characters, secondary sex organ and sex character that you have been studied in 10th class. Even though to have the primary sex organ and secondary sex organ, primary character and secondary sex character is very important. Suppose in male and in female, the list of primary and secondary sex organ and sex character. So primary sex organ in male is testes, and in female ovaries. Now primary sex character in male is production of sperm, and in female production of ovum. Now, why the testes are called as primary sex organ? Because they produce sperm. Why the ovaries are called as primary sex organ in female? Because they produce ovum. And therefore, production of sperm and ovum are primary sex character. Then what are secondary sex organ and secondary sex character? Secondary sex organ in male: penis, ducts, the duct, urinogenital duct, vasa efferentia, vas deferens. These are the ducts. Later testes, vasa efferentia. So vasa efferentia, vasa efferentia. Epididymis is a long tubular structure. Vas deferens. Then genital duct, urinogenital duct. Glands, another secondary sex organs, are seminal vesicle, prostate gland. Seminal vesicles are two, prostate gland is one, and Cowper's gland, also known as bulbourethral glands. They are two, also known as bulbourethral glands. Now these bulbourethral glands are homologous to they are homologous to the Bartholin glands in female. These are the secondary sex organs in male. Now what are the secondary sex organ in female? Uterus, vagina, duct. Now what are the ducts that are to be part of secondary sex organ? Fallopian tube or oviduct can be called as fallopian tube. Glands, Bartholin glands, mammary glands. In male also mammary glands are present, but they are reduced, they are non-functional. And Bartholin gland, Bartholin glands, also known as bulbourethral gland, as they are homologous. Now these are the secondary sex organ in male and female. Very important, what are the secondary sex character? That is what, in male, body hair distribution is different than female, hoarseness in sound, well developed muscles. And in female, high pitch sound, fat deposition and body hair distribution, as well as they do menstruate monthly, and that is their character, secondary sex character. I hope you got this primary sex organ and primary sex character as well as secondary sex organ and secondary sex character. In secondary sex character, you can make here the list of secondary sex character. Body hair distribution, that beard and mustache, as well as hairs on chest, that is not found in female. Second, that well developed muscles than female. And fourth, hoarseness in sound, and in female, that again secondary sex character in female are body hair distribution, that hairs in armpit like male, but body hair distribution is different than that of male, it make different. Second, fat deposition is more than that of deposition. Third, high pitch sound, चीखने वाली आवाज, high pitch sound. Now these are the secondary sex character. I hope you got it. These are the supposed preliminary things to understand the male and female reproductive structures. Now, to understand in detail what is male reproductive organs and male reproductive system. Here, as we know that male consists of a pair of testes which are hanged outside the abdomen to have the 2 to 2.5 degrees Celsius less temperature. As human beings, primate and monkeys, they are continuous breeder. They continuously produce the sperm. There are two types of animal, continuous breeder and discontinuous breeder. Continuous breeder, that they produce sperm continuously, therefore testes remain hanged outside to have the less temperature than that of body, that is 2 to 2.5 degrees Celsius less temperature, which promotes spermatogenesis. And those animals, they are seasonal, discontinuous breeder. Their testes remain inside the abdomen, and as and when that heat period, season come to reproduce, that testes get descended outside the body to produce the sperm during that period. But in human being, these testes are continuously hanged outside and they are protected by special tissue that is called scrotal sac, which made up of tunica albuginea, a spongy covering over the testis to protect it from thermal and mechanical shock. So this pair of testes which hanged outside are continued with that remaining structure called rete testis, vasa efferentia, epididymis, vas deferens, genital duct, urinogenital duct into penis. And that's what we are going to learn in detail. So here this diagram from side it is shown that how testes open into rete testis, vasa efferentia, epididymis, vas deferens, and this vas deferens then continue to be inside the penis through. So here it is shown, that diagram, here it is clearly shown here, vas deferens. that open into penis, which receives a pair of seminal vesicle, a prostate gland, and bulbourethral, also called as Cowper's gland, that their secretion is added into with sperm. So mixture of seminal fluid produced by seminal vesicle with sperm together called semen. And yes, we have to understand it. How to draw the diagram is very important. So how to draw diagram? Question cannot be asked in 12th class syllabus as you learn in 10th class that male and female reproductive system, but still you should know to and have the skill to draw the male reproductive system. Here, see, draw two testes with a spongy covering. Here, this is continue into pouch. Here, these are, suppose in one testis we can show these are the seminiferous tubules that they have germinal epithelium which produces sperms and which further added into this area called rete testis. This rete testis open into this long tubular structure called epididymis. This is around 6 meters in length here. This is epididymis. This epididymis further continue into vas deferens. This is a vas deferens which receives a seminal vesicle which produce semen. Further, as we know here, this diagram should be freehand diagram, so both the sides should be equal. Therefore, I have just done this one. Here, this is continue. This is continue. Now here, from this side also, same way also receives secretion from seminal vesicle. Again, this is continue into testis vasa deferens, and here as again from this testis also, these are the suppose seminiferous tubules, and they are collecting that spermatozoa into the rete testis which open into epididymis through vasa efferentia. This is long tubular structure called epididymis. Once again, see scrotal sac, seminiferous tubules, this is rete testes, this is vasa efferentia, this tubular structure called vasa efferentia, and this long pouch like structure, tubular structure, epididymis. These are seminal vesicles. Now a prostate gland. Here, this is a prostate gland that open here, adding its secretion, and two Cowper's gland. The two Cowper's gland here at the base of ovary. Now this muscular structure penis, it continue. This muscular structure penis is continue here front side, having this tip called glans penis with a covering of the fold of the skin called prepuce. This structure is glans penis. It is homologous to the clitoris in female. It is written in book. This is as a urinogenital duct passing through muscular structure penis, opening outside through urethral meatus. These are vas deferens. Prostate gland and Cowper's gland. Prostate gland and Cowper's gland. These are the So this is a male reproductive system where this urinary bladder also open, and therefore the genital duct continue to be as a urinogenital duct, because both sperm and urine passes through this common duct. So this is the structure of the male reproductive system. In this way you can draw. It's very easy, and I have just drawn it, otherwise it was ready-made available, but I just draw it to make you to understand how to draw. It's very easy, it is not tough enough, and can be drawn 5 to 6 minutes. Okay, so this is a male reproductive system. This male reproductive system consists of this testis with these seminiferous tubules, which I have drawn in my diagram, shown that they are continue to be open into rete testis into vasa efferentia, and this vasa efferentia open into epididymis. Epididymis is a long pouch-like tubular structure which is around 6 meters in length, that open into vas deferens, and this vas deferens finally open into genital and urinogenital duct. See, inside the testis, when we take the transverse section of testis, these are the testicular lobules. These are the testicular lobules. Now these testicular lobules consist of seminiferous tubules. Testicular lobules are not shown, so to understand, I am drawing here testicular lobules. Suppose this is a testis. When you take the transverse section, this testis has these testicular lobules. These are the testicular lobules. Each testicular lobule may consist of 2 to 3 seminiferous tubules. 2 to 3 seminiferous tubules. Around each testis consists of around 200 to 250 testicular lobules. See, these are the testicular lobules. Now each testicular lobule may consist of 2 to 3 seminiferous tubules. 2 to 3 seminiferous tubules. These are seminiferous tubules. So total number of seminiferous tubules can be 700 to 750 in each. 700 to 750 in each testis. Now what are these seminiferous tubules? See, same this seminiferous tubule what I drawn, you can continue to see in this video, in this figure. This each one is a seminiferous tubule. Here this one is a seminiferous tubule. So these seminiferous tubule, when you expand, internally it is lined with germinal epithelial cells. It is lined with germinal epithelial cells. To draw this one, I can trace here one single, and now see, internally it is lined with, this is a germinal epithelial cells. This is cuboidal germinal epithelium, that also called as spermatogonia. These are the spermatogonia, and that is shown here. So here this is shown here. These are the spermatogonium, is clearly mentioned here. Now each spermatogonium that undergo growth, that is called preparatory phase, G1 phase, synthetic phase, G2 phase, enlarge in size and form primary spermatogonium. Here it is written, primary spermatocyte. This primary spermatocyte undergo meiosis 1 and produce 2 secondary spermatocyte. Each secondary spermatocyte undergo meiosis 2 and produce, each one produce 4 spermatids. Here that spermatids are also shown. See, these are the spermatids. Now these spermatids undergo spermiogenesis and produce spermatozoa. So here these are spermatozoa. Just to understand, see, you can see here acrosome, middle piece, nucleus, head, and acrosome, nucleus, middle piece, and so this process of formation of spermatozoa, that is called spermatogenesis, is occur here. Now gap between these seminiferous tubules, consist of, here these cells are called Leydig cells, interstitial cells or Leydig cell. These interstitial cells or Leydig cells which are present in between seminiferous tubule, these are the Leydig cells, also called as interstitial cell. In short, can be called as ISC. Now this produces testosterone which stimulate the process of spermatogenesis. That is what I have explained here, that this is a primary spermatocyte. We are going to learn in detail in the process of formation of spermatozoa. Here meiosis 1. These are the secondary spermatocyte. Now this undergo meiosis 2 and produce spermatids. Now these spermatids undergo spermiogenesis and finally produce spermatozoa. So this is what entire process, growth and development of male reproductive system with the process of production of spermatozoa through these structures. I hope you did understand that first structure which I explained here, with that testes and ovaries which are hanged outside, this testes hanged outside, and entire structure with the explanation given with these two diagrams and detail that functional anatomy of testes. Each testis having these testicular lobules which consist of 2 to 3 seminiferous tubule. Gap between this seminiferous tubule is consist of Leydig cell that secrete testosterone which begin this process of spermatogenesis. So testosterone is a hormone which initiates the process of spermatogenesis inside this seminiferous tubule. That seminiferous tubules which are here, this seminiferous tubule later that sperm transfer into this rete testis to vasa efferentia to epididymis to this vasa deferens to genital duct to urinogenital duct. So these seminiferous tubules, seminal vesicles produce seminal fluid which consists of prostaglandin, fibrinogen, hyaluronidase and ascorbic acid. Also this prostate gland that produce content can be written. Seminal fluid consists of ascorbic acid, prostaglandin, hyaluronidase and fibrinogen. These are the content of seminal fluid. Then what are the content in secretion by prostate gland? Prostate gland secrete fibrinolysin, citric acid, acid phosphatase, and consist of calcium. So these are the component. Now this seminal fluid plus sperm produced together form semen, and that is what we learn. What Cowper's gland produce? These Cowper's glands, they add lubricating substance. They form 5% of total seminal fluid. This form 20% of seminal fluid, and this form 60% of semen. So that is also you have to remember for the NEET, that how much percentage that contribute in the semen. So here these are the three glands that they have important. Now this penis, structure of the penis, here if we draw this structure of the penis, there it has three group of erectile tissue. These two are called corpora cavernosa, corpus cavernosa, and this is called corpus spongiosum. And this is provided with arteries, as these are the erectile tissue. This is the transverse section of penis. I hope you did understand this entire structure of penis with diagram available on net, with the explanation given for the internal structure of testes and functions of each part present inside the testes associated with the process of spermatogenesis. I hope you got it. Even if you are in doubt, you are free to ask in comment section. I will be very happy with your liking. That definitely will subscribe and like our channel, as well as will press bell icon to receive new videos as and when they are uploaded. Thank you.